Hey guys, Dan Marson here from the coase-sandor Institute for Law and Economics, and as part of my web scraping series I wanted to walk you through how to do some more complicated web scraping using the Selenium package, which will actually help you to launch a Firefox window from within Python and pull everything down from whatever comes up in the browser. And so you might need to use this if something is maybe like using JavaScript to list files. So for example, here's the Travis County Sheriff's Office ICE detainer listing. And this has a PDF going back to the middle of 2 summers ago. And there are all these PDFs of ICE detainer information, Immigration and Customs Enforcement detainer information, people from different countries arrested in the US and Travis County, Texas, and some information on them. Say we want to download all these files. Well, if you go to the page source, you'll actually see that these PDFs are not listed. So like if I search this for PDF, not found, right? But like even though, I ought to see a link to all these different files that end in .pdf. Well, the thing is they're not there because there's a section of this that's actually just using JavaScript to find all of those files and then list them on the page. So I believe it's this part right here where they say ICE list.load and then they list them all out. So if you use something like URL lib request and you try to beautiful soup it and look for all the PDFs, it's actually not going to work. So what you need to do is actually just launch your browser from Python, and that's where here I have us do with closing Firefox as browser.getURL, where I set the URL as the page that we have up here, and then I say browser.getURL, WebDriver wait, timeout 10. I think you can do a shorter timeout if you need to, but it doesn't affect anything. You get the page source by just using the browser.pageSource command, and then you can beautiful soup the page source using the HTML parser, and you will get a PDF list of all the PDFs in that page. And then I have some other code here, and I'll post this somewhere for you to use. Basically, I look for anything that ends in .pdf, I append it to my PDF list, and then what I do is, if it's not already on the operating system, I will print, adding it to folder, and then I will use this shutil copy file object to actually copy it onto the hard drive. And here you do a URL lib request URL open, and you get the document. Or else, if we're skipping it, we will say skip docs, which started at 0, add 1 to that, and then at the end it will say it printed that many documents. They were already downloaded. And actually in this script I have 2 different things. One will actually parse all those PDFs, actually after I turn them into Excel files using the Adobe Pro program, and then we'll parse them all down here. But that's a different story, that's a different video. So I actually haven't run this in a while, in about 10 days, so there should be 10 new PDFs for me if I hit F5 here, and you will see, and actually just to eliminate any confusion, I'm going to close this window. You'll see I have no Firefox windows open. I'm going to hit F5 and you'll see what happens. I want to download, so this is a prompt I put into the thing. I want to download, so I hit 1, enter. Here comes my Firefox window. It's going to load the page, and it will say adding April 13th to the folder, adding April 12th, and you can see them popping up in here, just adding PDF after PDF after PDF. They're all about 300 kilobytes, maybe some are a little smaller. You can see it add, and then at the end it should skip. I mean, we have 1260 items in here, about half are Excel, half are PDF, so about 620, 30 should be skipped. Yeah, so skip 616 documents, they were already downloaded, and then it's just a little reminder, convert them all to Excel before running the next step. So there you go. Selenium can launch your browser from Python, automate a lot of tasks, and I'll have a different video where I show a different thing that we can do with Selenium that maybe is more interesting, and I'll have a video up on that shortly. So good luck with that.